cheerful whistling tune plays.
The morning sun rises over a sleepy little American town. Willow Creek. Birds flutter across rooftops. The street hums with life. Kids walking to school, mail trucks rolling by, and a friendly dog chasing a bouncing ball. Narrator, warm, nostalgic voice. Every town has that one sound that means home. In Willow Creek, it wasn't church bells or car horns. It was the squeaky chain of Jimmy Parker's bicycle. Camera pans to Jimmy, 14, messy hair, backpack dangling, one shoelace undone. His old red bicycle rattles and squeaks as he pedals furiously down Main Street. Jimmy, shouting over the noise, "Come on, old girl. Don't quit on me now. We got deliveries to make." The bike chain skips. The handlebars wobble. Jimmy swerves to avoid Mrs. Thompson's cat, who hisses. Mrs. Thompson, from porch. Jimmy Parker. "You're gonna give me a heart attack with that flying junk heap." Jimmy, grinning, "Sorry, ma'am." "Just spreading joy, it's in newspapers." He tosses a paper. It lands perfectly on her porch. He salutes dramatically and rides off. Upbeat banjo music kicks in. Quick montage of Jimmy zipping through town, throwing papers, waving at shopkeepers, dodging puddles. Narrator, Jimmy wasn't the richest kid in Willow Creek, but he had the biggest smile. And the loudest bike chain. Cut to a close-up of the rusty chain, squeaking in rhythm with the beat. Scene 1. Trouble in the chain. Jimmy pedals up a steep hill, panting. Halfway up, snap! The chain breaks. He skids, crashes into a bush, and lands with a dramatic oof. Jimmy, groaning. Well, that's one way to stop. He picks up the broken chain, grimy and twisted. The bike wheel wobbles sadly. Jimmy, sighing. Guess that's it, old buddy. You've squeaked your last squeak. He looks around. Across the street is a small, cluttered workshop. Hank's Bike and Fix. A wooden sign creaks in the wind. Inside, an old man with grease-stained hands hums to a radio tune while tinkering with a tire. Narrator, and that's when Jimmy met the man who'd change his life. Hank Miller, the town's mechanic. And part-time miracle worker, Jimmy walks his broken bike in, sheepish. "Jimmy, Mr. Hank?" "My chain kinda died." Hank looks up, squinting through round glasses. He's in his 60s, with kind eyes and a voice like warm gravel. "Hank died, huh? Looks more like it exploded. What did you do, race a tornado?" Jimmy, scratching his neck. "Sorta. Paper delivery tornado." Hank chuckles, takes the bike, examines it closely. Hank, this old chain's had it. "You'll need a new one. Jimmy hopeful. Cool." "How much?" Hank, $15. Jimmy's face drops. He pulls out his pocket. A few coins tumble out. "Not even close." Jimmy, quietly. "Oh, I don't have that." Awkward silence. Hank studies him. The dirt on his jeans. The ink stains on his hands. Hank, softly. "You deliver papers every morning, right?" Jimmy, nodding. "Yep. Rain or shine." Hank, "Then consider this. A rainy day repair." Jimmy, blinking. "Wait, what?" Hank, smiling. "No charge." "I'll fix it." Jimmy, stammering. "But I can't. That's not fair." Hank, "Kid, the world's unfair enough. Let me even it out a little." Soft, heartwarming music plays. Jimmy grins wide. Jimmy, "You're the best, Mr. Hank." "I'll pay you back one day." "I promise." Hank, chuckling. "Tell you what, just promise me one thing." Jimmy, eager. "Anything." Hank, handing him a wrench. "Keep your wheels turning, and help somebody else when they stop." They shake hands. Close-up of their handshake, grease-stained and genuine. Narrator, a simple act of kindness, a small fix, and a promise sealed with oil and honesty. Scene 2. The years roll. By montage, upbeat rock music plays. Jimmy, a few years older, delivering newspapers with his now silent bike, helping a kid fix a popped tire. Growing up, high school graduation photo, bike leaning beside him, leaving town with a duffel bag, waving goodbye to Hank city lights, Jimmy working hard at an office, sketching business plans late at night, his small startup growing, employees cheering, a newspaper headline, "Local kid builds business from scratch." Narrator, 10 years rolled by like smooth asphalt, Jimmy. Parker traded his bike for a briefcase, but he never forgot the man who fixed his first dream. Scene 3, the return. The scene shifts. Back to Willow Creek. The once bustling Hank's Bike and Fix looks old now. The sign is cracked, the windows dusty. Inside, Hank, now older, slower, sits behind the counter, sipping coffee and looking at old photos of kids he helped. The shop bell jingles. Hank looks up. A man in a neat gray suit walks in and carrying a shiny new bike chain in his hand. Hank, smiling weakly. Sorry, son. Shop's kinda quiet these days. You'll have to wait while I... He stops. Looks closer. Hank blinking. Jimmy? Jimmy grins. Older now, mid-20s, confident, but still with that same spark. Jimmy. Hey there, Mr. Hank. Long time no see. They hug. Hank laughs, a little choked up. Hank, look at you. I thought you'd be too busy to visit an old grease monkey, Jimmy. Busy, yeah. But never too busy for the man who saved my wheels and my mornings. Hank waves it off humbly. Hank. I just did what anyone would. Jimmy. Not everyone, sir. You taught me what kindness looks like, and I haven't forgotten. Jimmy looks around the shop. Broken tools, dust, empty walls. Jimmy, gently. Business slow? Hank shrugs. People buy new bikes these days. Nobody fixes old ones anymore. Guess the world moved on without me. Quiet moment. Jimmy looks at the chain in his hand. Jimmy, maybe it's time it moved with you again. Scene 4. The big surprise. Fast-paced montage. Upbeat music plays again. Jimmy making phone calls. Signing papers. Trucks arriving at Hank's shop. Workers painting. Rebuilding, replacing signs. New shiny tools. Bright lights and a glowing neon sign. Miller and Parker Cycles. EST rebuilt with heart. Cut to the next morning. Hank walks down Main Street with his coffee. Stops dead when he sees his shop. Transformed. Sparkling new. Hank, stunned. What in the... Jimmy appears behind him holding a pair of scissors and a ribbon. Jimmy, welcome back to business, partner. Crowd cheers. Balloons float. Kids ring bicycle bells in celebration. Hank, teary-eyed. You did all this. For me, Jimmy, smiling. Nope, for us. You kept my wheels turning when I couldn't. Now it's my turn. Hank wipes a tear, trying to laugh it off. Hank. You remembered the promise, huh? Jimmy, every squeak of the way. They cut the ribbon together. Cheers erupt. The camera pans up to the shop sign gleaming in the sun. Music swells, triumphant and emotional. Narrator. The kindness Hank gave came full circle, just like a chain that never really ends. Montage. Happy customers. Kids riding bikes. Hank teaching new apprentices. Jimmy helping at the counter. Scene 5. The legacy evening. The shop closes. Hank and Jimmy sit outside on the porch sipping sodas. Hank, smiling. Funny, isn't it? One broken chain started all this. Jimmy, yeah. Guess kindness travels faster than any bike. They both laugh. Sunset glows behind them. A little kid rides past on a bike with a squeaky chain. Kid calling out, Hey, Mr. Hank! My bike sounds funny. Hank, calling back, Bring it in tomorrow, champ. First repairs on the house! Jimmy smiles. Jimmy, you never change. Hank, wouldn't dream of it. The music softens, gentle acoustic guitar. Narrator, in Willow Creek. Kindness wasn't something people just talked about. It lived in every bolt, every wheel, every turn of a bicycle chain. Camera pans slowly across the shop window. The words, Kindness circles back, etched into the glass. Scene 6. Years later, fade to a quiet dawn. The shop now run by a younger generation, Jimmy's employees. Cheerful and proud. A small framed photo on the counter. Hank and Jimmy smiling with the first rebuilt bike between them. Jimmy, older now, places a hand on the photo, smiling. Jimmy, softly. We kept the wheels turning. Hank, just like you said. He steps outside, watching kids ride past. Their laughter echoing down Main Street. Narrator, gentle. Because in the end, kindness is a lot like a bicycle chain. When one link reaches out, the whole circle moves. The screen fades to golden light. The final sound and a soft click-click-click of a turning chain.